Hi everybody. Going for another walk to the post office. I know I said all these videos wouldn't just be me walking somewhere, but I kind of need it today. So by the time this gets posted, it won't really be news anymore, but this is more for me than it is for anybody else. So last night my friend Frank Arrington passed away due to complications from some stents he had put in his heart. So he apparently had a mild heart attack a few days ago. I was pretty close to Frank. I feel like I was close to Frank. Frank's he was a book reviewer. Yeah, a really good one. He reviewed for Cemetery Dance online. He had his own blog, and he was just a really kind, caring person. Extremely intelligent man. He worked in radio a long time ago. You know, I had a million things I was gonna say, and now they're failing me. Yeah. He was a good friend, and I'm gonna miss him a lot. You know, it's amazing how many people like Frank there are in the horror community. And I know that sounds so so weird, because you think of horror as like really dark, really hard-edged, badass people. And don't get me wrong, we are. But we're also, I'd like to consider us just a big family. And for me, Frank was a big part of that family. He reviewed a lot of my stuff. He was very kind to me in his reviews. I'm grateful for that forever. I mean, this was I guess last summer. He asked me very nicely if he could read Devil's Creek back, you know, when it was just a first draft, and I initially said no because he, you know, I really have a very close circle of, you know, beta readers, and I wasn't sure about the ethics of sending it to a book reviewer before it's even published. And he just kind of looked at me. He's like, I'm on a transplant list. It's like, I may not be here in a year. And I thought about that for about a day. And it reminded me of a neighbor of mine who passed away about 7 years ago, maybe 6 years ago. My memory's kind of fuzzy, but a neighbor of mine, his name was Archie. He lived below the apartment below us, and he was such a supportive guy. And he was also a fan and a reader of mine, and he was waiting on me to finish that third monochrome novel, and I never did. And he passed away quietly. And I never got to finish that story for him. So I let Frank read Devil's Creek because I was afraid of the same thing happening. So Frank had been asking me, and he'd been looking forward to it, and I had no idea when it would be published. So I'm glad I let him read it. I mean, this, to give you an idea of the kind of person Frank was, I mean, he read this thing maybe in about a month. And this is back when the book was, 100 and close to 180,000 words. And there's no ebook version. All I had was a PDF. So it's not easy to read on a device. He read it anyway, and he'd be damned if he didn't write a review for it. I still have it, and that meant the world to me. And that's the kind of person Frank was. He was passionate. He was passionate about the art. He was passionate about the genre. And he was so just respectful and appreciative of the people who create the art. And so that's my friend Frank. I'm gonna miss you, buddy.